the next step in that evolution.
Okay, welcome to another video by Hex in the INFINIVERSE. Okay, so this video will be about my area, or I'm not sure if I can call it a district quite yet. But this is my area that I'm currently calling Hex Crypto Valley. And this will be a description of my efforts to, I guess, beautify it. Because the one thing that the area didn't have was really anything that was scenic. It was basically seemingly almost an industrial area in terms of the way the buildings were constructed. So I've made modifications. I've added 3 land plots, and I've tried my best to make those areas more more scenic to anyone that would be, interested in buying a penthouse or an apartment in my area. Oh wow, this thing must be slow. Must be a lot of people on here. Teleportation took a long time. Okay, so as you can see in here, these buildings face nothing, right? And so at the time that I bought these buildings, I was basically, on the hunt just like anybody else, buying penthouses. Penthouse was like the gold standard in here. And a penthouse over a storefront was even more attractive, right? So because I got in a little late, I missed all of the, or many of them, not all of them, but many of the penthouses with excellent views. So I came in this area and it was basically hardly anything here, right? And so I noticed this building kind of caught my attention because it was right at the corner here, and it had a weird angle to it, right? From my point of view. So what I did was I slowly jacked up the floors, right? Because in the beginning, all of the value in the INFINIVERSE was in Central City. So whenever you showed up, people directed you to the outskirts, right? And this is where we are now. The outskirts are now being developed, right? Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is hop in the jetpack and give a tour of the Hex Crypto Valley and its new additions that I have recently made to it. Oh, these jetpacks are great. Only thing I wish they would go higher and fly faster. So as you can see, the buildings in here are really, industrial, and so from this point of view, this would be the center of a lot of my content in here. So I like to set up stores pretty quickly, meaning that when I set up a store, I have all the content ready to go. I know that some people set up stores and you go in there and nothing's ready, and it's kind of like, wow. I mean, I know of a store that has coming soon on the side of it, and it seems like it's been there for like 6 months or more. Okay, so here, as we leave, what I call the heart of my area. Oh, I almost forgot. So this is the hub scraper that I put in, and so I came across this unique plot, or well, it's not a unique plot in terms of the game, but it gives the building almost a very thin shape from the side. So I thought this was a great place to put it, so that it would kind of fit in and almost be like a guardian of my area. So as we go here, as we leave what really is Hex building number 1, the first building I jacked up, I bought this green area here doing the mad rush to buy land plots before the end of at the end of the year. and I turned this island into a artificial lake. And the reason why I did that was so that I could create views artificially in an area that really didn't have too much. Like, it's still not a lot out here, except this guy, Il Angles, built, or Il Angles built this area here, and I'm not sure exactly what it's going to do. Last I talked to him, he was talking about it's going to evolve into a type of hub for comedians. So we'll see. And so I put these particular buildings here so a person would get an instant view of the area. So I'm not going to go in the penthouse. That'll take up too much time, but I will go over the penthouse and give you a sense of the view that a person would get. And this is not a bad view at all. It's an excellent view. So I turned this island that I had into a strip of property, right? And this was done to basically fix certain buildings to face the lake, and to also give a view. This whole thing is constructed for nothing but what's the word? Aesthetic beauty. I'm not saying this right. Forgive me, people. Is the word aesthetic? I can't say it. Anyway, I set this up for looks, right? For people who are into, buying places for views and what looks good, right? There's no real substance here from the point of view of content. The substance will be all over there in my involvement in cryptocurrencies. I'm involved in almost over 50 cryptocurrency projects, and I could put galores of storefronts and content in here and all kinds of things, especially in here because the INFINIVERSE doesn't really have a lot of people who are into crypto. Okay, so this is what I would call Billionaires Row, right? And so the goal of this place is to basically imitate the Billionaires Row in New York. That my goal is to pump these buildings up so high, I can't do it right now because of cost constraints, so high that it will rival the tallest buildings in the INFINIVERSE. That's the goal. Okay, so I think I've done fairly well here. So from any angle, a person gets a pretty good view. So I've sacrificed, I guess you can say, the number of structures in some of my plots, so that a good view can be given. So if you're in your penthouse, you can just imagine the view that you would get from here. One of the best views in here is the view that you'll get from this particular building here. And you know what? I think I might actually. Well, no, I don't have time because I gotta end this video pretty soon. I have things to do, but I will give you an example of the view that you get. Kind of go over here a little bit, and you can see that you get all of this. See? Right? And so the plot on the end over here is the addition. No, it's not an addition. I bought this also during the Mad Rush. Well, kind of, maybe a few days afterwards. And so this connects this area to this area. It's kind of like, it's almost like a Las Vegas right now. We're like, there's very little out here and development's taking place. This is the area titled the crypto area, and that's an NFT store right there. So one issue that I have with crypto areas in the INFINIVERSE is we have a lot of NFTs people, and we don't have a lot of people who really are about crypto. Like if you came in here and you said, hey, what's a good crypto to get into, and which ways can a person make money or accumulate crypto in a situation of a bear market. When the one advantage of staking. Oh, I almost forgot, people. Hold on, got to talking too much. Wait a minute. let me go back over here. The crypto talk was getting good to me. So let me see. Let me go back over here to this skyscraper right quick. Or this building, not skyscraper. Okay, so the benefit of being in a staking coin is that you don't have to buy the dip. You earn the dip, because as those coins are being created, you're still accumulating that crypto. That's true of Hex, that's true of Tezos, that's true of Algorand, that's even true of Cardano if you're staking on the Exodus wallet. And it's a way you can accumulate without taking money out of the bank. And it softens the blow when the markets doesn't do what you want them to do, and that is that when markets are not going crazy high, and you can sit back and look at your $100 be worth $1,000 and up or more. At least when you're in a market like this, you can say, you know what, I'm accumulating more. So when this stuff goes up, my position, I'll have the accumulation plus price appreciation all at the same time, right? So that's why I favor, staking coins in many instances. Okay, so this building here is just like a baby version of the Hex building, and so I haven't exactly decided what's going to be done with it. It's going to be part of that Billionaires Row contest. If the funds come through, we go into another bear market. Okay, so this edition is what I call the Village by the Lake addition to Billionaires Row. So I bought this plot today, and I put these villages on here, or this village on here, to basically give people that organic feel and the kind of classy, European structure of the village, right out of Europe somewhere. I don't know Europe very well. I don't know if it's out of England or Germany. I don't know. I mean, this is a German style place. I don't know what it looks like right now, because this is still the pioneer days for the INFINIVERSE. So these graphics are going to get better. But anyway, this is all by the lake, and people get excellent views from here, right? And some people get views from back there. And I've taken I've taken some steps to make this as scenic as possible, right? And the only way you appreciate some of the stuff I've done, and I'm just going to say it, is look at some other people's stuff. It doesn't look this scenic. I'll say it like that, right? So I've taken steps to put blues in here and other scenic areas or scenic colors into a combination, so that people will get a sense of how things. I get a sense of the beauty of things, and so that's why that was done. I'm sorry about the phone, people, but I refuse to answer it because I would like to get this video out the way. Okay, so this is going to be a very short video versus what I usually do. So what I'm going to do is fly this bad boy down by the lake and give a kind of a lakeside view or in the lake view of the village. I haven't even seen it from this angle myself. So you can really see this is going to look nice when these graphics really catch up. And one of the things that's really excellent about the village plot is the village style plot is the trees. I would love to take the trees and the lights and put it someplace else, because the trees do give it that rich feel to it. You know, you almost can see, you know, the royal family come out in their chariot, or at least, you know, walk around in here, and they wouldn't be out of place. You know, you have the sense of that ancient European style, you know, construction, you know, that existed in the past and even now in parts of Europe. And so that's it. This is what I'm calling the. Let me see. I guess the title would be Hex Properties. Hex Home Properties Village Style Edition. No, that's not even good enough. I'm going to say Hex Home Properties Billionaire Row Village Style Edition. Yeah, and I might. I haven't even written the title to this video yet. So here I endeavored, you know, to try to really give it that modern look versus the ancient or the historical from Europe. And you can see right here the view covering it, right? And you can just imagine when these graphics get better, you know, how this is all going to look, you know. And whenever he gets that, you know, going up and running also. Now, I own this area, this area of grass right here. And he wanted to do something with this area between us, and I'm still waiting on to see what's going to happen with, you know, his comedy situation before I throw in the towel and just going to do something with it my damn self. But anyway, he owns that plot over there, and so this area is mine. And I've done the same things. I've tried to put in, you know, key buildings that would add, you know, size to the area, and also allow people, you know, a chance to have decent views. And of course, this is my one of my hex stores. I own about 4 of them in here, or I run about 4 of them in here, and this is his tag, right? The guy that owns that structure right here. He calls it a complex. I guess it's going to be a comedy complex at some point. He says he knows Dave Chappelle. You know, and like I say, in the INFINIVERSE, I've learned only way you can think about things is to say we'll see. Okay, so these buildings they were here on this plot already. And so I grabbed the penthouse over one storefront, and I grabbed the penthouse over here. But these buildings I put in recently because I am the owner of this plot. And so I've made attempts again to try to fix it so that, you know, people get some kind of view. And I know that skyscraper right there is kind of blocking it, but you do get, you know, a little bit of view from there and there, you know. And like I said, if I had to do all over again, I wouldn't have been so anxious to grab, you know, penthouses versus where they were. I'd have spent more time saying, okay, let's grab where they were. But in a way, I was kind of like stuck because a lot of people had already grabbed the penthouses before me. Well, I think that is about it for this little short video. So I'm going to fly this jetpack over to where I got it from. When they increase the speed on these things, it's going to be crazy in here. Well, I'm assuming that that's what they're going to do, because we're stuck at like 26 miles per hour right now. And I think the top height is 3,000 feet. So now I'm going to swing her in, take her in for a landing, and I'd like to say thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And be on the lookout for Hex in the INFINIVERSE. And also be on the lookout for Hex in the real cryptocurrency world, because that's what made all this stuff possible.